Hello, my name is Arthur Franz, and I'm most happy and proud to have been chosen to portray Sergeant Douglas Renfrew in the new television adventure series Renfrew of the Mounted. Based on the celebrated stories from the gifted pen of Laurie York Erskine, which have delighted the American public for decades, and which further thrilled a vast radio audience for years. The character of Renfrew has become, and is certainly one of the best-liked fictional heroes of modern times. Each week, the ready-made audience of Renfrew will now have the opportunity to follow and for the first time see each exciting episode which develops against the vast, far-flung, dangerous Northwest Territories. Every exploit will combine action with adventure, drawn from the true files of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, with all their splendor and tradition. But at the same time, Renfrew of the Mounted will be completely wholesome entertainment to be enjoyed by the whole family. I know that you will agree with me after witnessing the following show, that Renfrew of the Mounted will rapidly prove to be a highly rated commercial television series. And now, thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you every week as Sergeant Renfrew. This is Northern Canada, the Northwest Territories. Over 1,200,000 savage miles and about 16,000 people. Some of them are hunters, others are trappers, miners, prospectors, and one of them is wanted for murder. The officer assigned to the case, myself, Sergeant Douglas Renfrew, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Come in.
Sergeant Renfrew reporting, sir.
Oh, send him in.
Yes.
At ease, Renfrew. Huh. You're gaining weight, Sergeant. Post life softens a man. Does that mean I'm taking a trip, sir? Constable Watkins tells me you're reopening the Pierre Cateau case. Constable Watkins' tongue wags too loosely. I must caution him. But to answer your question, no. I am not reopening the Cateau case. Some new evidence is. I suppose you recall most of the facts concerning the Cateau murder. What facts there were, sir? I trailed a half a dozen possible suspects. Lost them all. We never lose them, Sergeant Renfrew. We may mislay them for a while, but that's all. According to records, Pierre Cateau, an old trapper, was found dead outside a cabin belonging to one Jess Omega. They fished a .30 caliber rifle slug out of his body, but no gun was found, so we ruled out suicide. Yes, I know old Cateau. He was quite a character. I used to hunt with him. Omega was the prime suspect. That's why I put you on the case. Yes, I chased him all the way to the border till I mislaid him. A couple of days ago, a Slave Lake Indian named Red Blood walked into Fort Resolution toting a .30 rifle. The company manager knows all the owners of registered rifles in his territory. Red Blood isn't one of them. He called Parker in from the post. Parker questioned him, but the old fellow wouldn't talk. He's still holding him. That's Parker's report. Well, what about the rifle? Parker sent it in for a routine check. This is the report from the crime lab. The serial number was filed off, but the lab chemists gave it an acid bath and restored it. It was registered during the war to... Jess Omega? Nobody else. Ballistics ran a comparison test with the gun and the slug we took from Pierre Cateau 3 years ago. It tallied? Right on the nose. Well, do you think Red Blood got this gun from Jess Omega? That's what we've got to find out. If he did, then Omega must be back in the territories. Well, what does Red Blood say? So far, nothing. I want you to have a try at it. Get Red Blood to talk, and I think you can nail Omega. National Defense Headquarters furnished this. He had a good service record. When do you want me to leave, sir? This afternoon. It's a long trip and a thin lead. But if it does take you to Omega, he won't be easy. He'll be jumpy as a wounded moose and looking for a mountie behind every tree. Red Blood, this is Sergeant Renfrew. He wants to talk to you. Hello, David. I've come a long way to talk to you.
I have heard of you. Once you hunt with a friend, give much food to hungry Indian families in long winters.
I've always been friendly with the Indian people. They trust me.
Mounties no longer friends. They keep me prisoner here while my family starves.
Bill, I've got a Mackinaw tied to my saddle. Would you get it for me, please?
Yeah, sure, Doc.
David, would you sit down? This, friend of yours that you said I once hunted with. Do you remember his name?
I do not forget Pierre Cateau. He was good man.
He's a friend of mine, too. But he was murdered. Shot. I'm trying to find the man who killed him. I want your help.
How David Redblood help you?
Tell us where you got the rifle.
No. Redblood is honest man. You think I steal rifle?
No. But the shot that killed Pierre Cateau came from the gun you were carrying.
Redblood is honest man. If my gun killed Pierre Cateau, I know it not.
Then tell us where you got the rifle. Don't you see, in all likelihood, the same man that gave you that gun killed Pierre Cateau. David? Your wife sent it to you. She told me to tell you that things go well now at home.
What a food.
I gave her food, and I will send more. Now, will you tell us where you got the rifle?
I get gun from trapper named Charlie Duckwater, 400-500 miles west of here, near Fort Liard.
What are you doing so far west?
I go hunt for beaver. I trade Charlie Duckwater 10 beaver skins for a gun.
How long ago did you make this trip?
5 months, 6 maybe.
You happen to see this fellow on your trip? His name is Jess Omega.
Seaman, all right. Same face, but not same name. Much whiskers, too.
It adds up. Whiskers, changed name. What did he call himself, Redblood?
Say his name, Tony Bedeau.
Did you run into this Tony Bedeau on your way to Charlie Duckwater's place?
Yes. He have trap lines set near Trout Lake.
All right, Redblood. You can go home now. Next time we want some answers, don't be so stubborn.
Next time you tell an honest man why.
Have you ever seen this man around here? His name is Jess Omega.
Thanks. Thanks just the same. Legs getting heavy? All right, camp here.
Good morning. Oh, please, you must be careful, Mr.
How long have I been here?
2 days, monsieur. You are lucky
To be here?
to be alive.
Wait. Those shots that were fired when the cat leaped. Did you fire them?
I'm a good shot, no?
Oh, very definitely, yes. Do you mind if I ask you your name?
Renee.
Thank you for all you've done, Renee.
It was fortunate I was on the trail. God was on your side.
Yes. Do you have any family?
I have a husband, yes.
Oh. Is he away?
He'll be back tomorrow, the next day, perhaps.
Well, don't you mind being left alone? Aren't you afraid?
You saw me shoot, monsieur.
Yeah.
No, I'm not afraid. Because I'm not alone. There is much life in the woods, monsieur. Little things and large, living and dying. From my window, it is like sitting in an arena. I watch the daily battle go on, the fight for survival. Then there are the good times when I talk with God and seek his guidance. And when the northern lights shine, I know it is his way of saying he's heard me. Who would be afraid, monsieur?
I heard someone else speak of this North Country the same way a long time ago. Almost the same words. He felt this land like a heartbeat. His name was Pierre Cateau.
That is not so strange, monsieur. Pierre Cateau was my father.
Your father?
Yes, Sergeant Renfrew.
Oh, you know my name.
I put your horse in the barn. When I picked up your tunic, I saw your credentials. When a Mountie travels light, as you are, he is always chasing someone, yes?
Yes, I'm after someone.
Who, Sergeant Renfrew?
When you cut away my shirt, did you find a picture in the pocket?
The pocket was torn to shreds. If there was a picture, it was destroyed. But the name of the man, it would not be destroyed, Sergeant Renfrew.
The man's name is Jess Omega.
And for what offense are you seeking this man?
For the offense of killing your father.
How does it happen that you start looking for this man at this late date?
Because a piece of evidence recently came into our possession that definitely linked Jess Omega with the death of your father.
Evidence, Sergeant Renfrew?
The 3030 rifle. The serial numbers registered to Jess Omega during the war.
I knew this Jess Omega. And I say to you, go back. Jess Omega is dead.
Omega is dead?
Yes. There is no Jess Omega. I must feed the horse. He always reminds me when I forget.
Oh, just a moment. Mrs.
Bideau. Mrs. Tony Bideau. Tony, I heard the horse whinny. I knew you had come back.
Who is the Mountie?
Sergeant Renfrew from Fort Smith. They're looking for Jess Omega. They found the rifle, Tony. They want Jess Omega for killing Pierre Cateau.
Does he know Tony Bideau is Jess Omega?
Jess Omega is dead. I told him so.
It's no use, Renee. We always knew we'd have to face it sooner or later. Knowing the truth is one thing. Proving it before a judge and a jury is another.
I'll have to go back to the States. You can meet me there.
I will do whatever you ask. You'd better stay here until after dark. When he is asleep, I will bring you a sack of food. The wounds are clean. There's no infection. Still, I think it would be better if you got to a doctor right away. The claws of a mountain lion are oftentimes filled with poison. Sometimes the slightest scratch.
Mrs. Bideau, just how well did you know this Jess Omega?
Well enough to know he would not harm my father. I've seen this man cry over the wounded animals caught in his traps. Does that sound like a man capable of murder, monsieur?
The gentlest man can be filled with the urge to kill in a fit of rage. Just like those animals you were talking about out there.
How can you compare the feelings of a human being with those of an animal? Jess Omega was not a wild beast of the forest. He was a kind and loving man. Yes, a God-fearing man.
The fact remains, the gun we found belonged to Jess Omega. It was the same gun that killed your father.
And the motive?
You, Mrs. Bideau. Jess Omega was in love with you. Your father publicly threatened to kill him if he came anywhere near you. Isn't that true?
He went away. I never saw him again.
You said he was dead.
I heard he was. If you think otherwise, find him.
Is he asleep?
Yes.
I've changed my mind. I'm going to Alaska. Sell all the pelts and meet me in Fairbanks.
Tony, wait.
What for that Mountie to wake up and slap the handcuffs on me?
Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe I can convince him that Jess Omega is dead. Maybe he'll go away. Hide in the woods, Tony. Wait and see.
Don't think that wouldn't be the easy way, Renee. I came back up here to find you and to be with you, but it'd be suicide to stay here now. That Mountie won't believe Jess Omega's dead until he finds a body. Mine.
Then let us go to the police and tell them what happened. We can't keep running the rest of our lives.
You really think the police would believe our story?
Why don't you give them a chance, Omega?
One more step, Mountie, and I'll run you through.
That would be one murder you couldn't talk yourself out of, Jess. Perhaps the Pierre Cateau situation would be different if you cared to try.
Drop the fork, Tony. Tell him. Maybe he'll believe us.
Guess I haven't much choice.
Go on, Jess.
When I got out of the Army, I started to run trap lines down around Fort Resolution. That's where I met Renee and fell in love with her. Her father was against it from the start. Thought she was too young, but we decided to be married.
No, I was afraid to.
The day he heard about it, he met us at the trading post.
I'm warning you for the last time, Omega. Stay away from my daughter.
Think you can scare us with threats, Pierre? We're going to be married. Nothing you can do can stop us. And don't try any shooting because you'll get it right back. I'll be back for you tonight. I said I'd be over after Renee, and I meant it. I was planning to pick her up and move so far away old Pierre wouldn't ever find us. But before I could get started, Renee rode up packed for traveling, scared as all get out.
Jess,
I was just coming after you.
I know you were, but I didn't think it was worth the risk. Please hurry. The minute Pierre finds I'm gone, he's bound to look here.
I know, honey. I'm all set. Just hang on tight and follow me. I forgot my rifle. We'll have to go back for it.
Must we?
Wouldn't be safe here without it. That was a rifle shot.
Sounded like it came from your cabin. Oh.
It's your father. There's a bullet wound on the heart side of the chest. He's dead, Renee.
Why? Who would do such a thing? Jess. After your quarrel with Pierre this afternoon at the post, do you know what this means?
But I was nowhere near here. I didn't even have a rifle. That's funny.
What?
My rifle is missing.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. The first thing I do when I get home is clean it and oil it and hang it on the pegs, ready for use. Renee, do you suppose someone came here, stole my rifle, and...
I only know what people will think. You must go quickly before anyone comes.
What about you?
I'll go home, unpack, pretend I know nothing. But you must go. Please hurry.
I'll let you know where I am. Wait for me, Renee. Well, that's it. That's how it happened.
And I swear to you it's true. You've got to believe us.
The story sounds plausible, even logical. But there are holes in it, discrepancies, room for doubt.
Then give us the benefit of your doubt, Sergeant Renfrew. I saved your life. Now I ask for one in return. His. We have told you the truth. God knows it is so.
God and Charlie Duckwater.
Me, Charlie Duckwater, swear to tell nothing but truth if possible. Thank you.
All right, Charlie. Now, you've heard David Redblood swear under oath that he traded you 10 beaver skins for the rifle. Is that true?
True, very true. David Redblood trade me 10 beaver skins for rifle. Very sorry, sir.
Why are you sorry?
Me sorry I don't get much more skins. David Redblood, he what you call sucker.
All right, Charlie. Now, will you tell us exactly how you got the rifle?
I ride towards settlement. Night, very dark. I get lost. I very fearful of darkness. When I see light and house, I go to it. When I get near, I see man and woman right away, like so. I'm very curious. I ride up close to house for look-see. Before I get to house, dead man, he ride up like so.
Dead?
Oh, pretty soon he dead. When he ride up, he very alive. Angry. Oh, he angry. He get off horse like he look for somebody. Then he run in house. Come out with gun, put shell in gun like he gonna shoot something. Am I surprised? My horse, he sneezed. Then man turn quick, catch foot and run, then go off, shoot man. That man, he dead now for sure. See, I go close. I be very curious fellow. I see, very fine rifle on ground. Rifle, no good to dead man, but very valuable to Charlie Duckwater. So, I hear horses coming, but I am not curious no more. Who is a very smart fellow? I ride away fast with rifle. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye. Much obliged. Goodbye. I go now?
You go to cell 3, Charlie. You stole a rifle, remember? You two can go now. And Jess, don't forget to pick up your rifle on the way out. And so, file 17401 is officially marked closed. Once more, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police had shown that it was more concerned with seeing justice done than meting out punishment, possibly to an innocent man.